Chair Shot Reality on Wrestling Inc. Point Park University studios here in downtown Pittsburgh. It is the final Chair Shot Reality after 430 episodes, 9+ years, a lot of memories.
What are you talking about?
As we go on, we remember.
Queen of the silver screen, Katie Arquette sitting next to me. Juice, Denial, Springsteen, and Josh Hug It Out Eisenberg.
I would love to hug it out.
Hug it out.
Still doing it.
You and me.
All right, later.
It's already happened.
All right, Josh, we'll go to you first.
Me?
You first. We're gonna do a little thing called Fix the Character. Fix the booking. Fix it.
There you go.
Fix it.
Who came up with this idea? Who came up with this idea? This segment, who came up with it?
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know.
Like a lot of other segments here. Anyway, go ahead, Justin. What am I fixing?
Bobby Roode. Fix him.
The glorious Bobby Roode. The former NXT.
Tim Allen this. Fix it.
The former NXT champion.
Yeah,
well, you might as well knock it over because I'm your neighbor Wilson. I'm going to tell you the real scoop. Bobby Roode needs to easily...
Heidi-ho neighbor.
Bobby Roode easily needs to turn heel, and I'll tell you why Bobby Roode needs to turn heel. When Bobby Roode first came into WWE, Vince or whoever was backstage was saying they're going to chant his song, they're going to sing with it, so why try to make him a heel, right? That song got him over as a bad guy. I miss the times when Bobby Roode in NXT was talking about how he has expensive shoes and expensive David Allen suits. This was a guy that was on top of the world in NXT.
I don't think he was a David Allen client.
Why not?
Because he wasn't friends with
Out of his budget? Out of his budget? He's not getting this free in the bar suits?
His budget.
I don't know.
By the way, after 430 episodes, thank you, David, for the thank you.
It took 3 parts to say thank you to David Allen to make him finally look good for once. I don't know. But Bobby Roode, when he came, was built for failure because he was built as a guy that he's not comfortable with. He's not a comfortable face. Whenever you look at his time in TNA, what do you see? Yeah, he had fun with beer money, but his biggest time was being a heel with a very over face. And now in WWE, whenever he was a face, he had guys for the United States Championship, you know, like Randy Orton, like Rusev, like all of these guys that were getting over more than him because he wasn't his actual character. If I'm fixing Bobby Roode, and I hate whenever people say, just turn him heel or just turn him face and he'll be better, but this is exactly how Bobby Roode thrives. He's a cocky, arrogant, I'm better looking than you, I might be in my 40s, but I have an 8-pack. This guy needs to thrive on how arrogant and cocky he was in NXT to the main roster. They're wasting a guy who could potentially be a former world champion.
But, you know, to that point, you just said 40s. I mean, look, what is the expectation of him? It's not like he's not the future of the company. I mean, I know people talk like, oh, he's the future because he's new to the WWE world, but the guy's in his 40s. Like, it's not like what.
Do you think that's a big deal though? Now,
my point is maybe his role is supposed to be limited. I'm not saying his role is supposed to be as booked as badly as he is now, but maybe his role was just meant to be a certain limitation.
But it's a problem whenever you have such a talent in his 40s who can compete with guys that are just in their mid-20s.
Don't get me wrong. He looks glorious.
That's the answer. He can
calm down, Katie.
He can compete with
guys.
Now
I'm calm.
Katie. He can compete with guys in his 20s. That's all he's good for right now. He's really just good to get these other guys probably over. It's over for Bobby Roode.
I don't think
he can't change his gimmick anymore. The song is too big. He's stuck with this probably for the rest of his WWE career, and that's just how it is. There's really nothing he can do that's going to make him so different than what he was before. And what are you going to change his gimmick all of a sudden?
No, it's not changing his gimmick, but
I know, but
all right, the guy who got a bit of a gimmick change with a mouthpiece attached to him.
Lashley.
Unless you think there's nothing that needs to be done, fix Bobby Lashley. By the way, Bobby Lashley, I think maybe one of the first, he wasn't the first, but in the first 3 guests we ever had.
Top 3 guests? Oh, not top 3,
the first 3. The early, RVD was on the first show.
Yeah, RVD was.
I think Bobby Lashley was like,
here's my question to you, Justin.
Thank you, Bobby.
Do you think he needs fixed? Because I think what they're doing right now is the best possible thing for him.
Him bending over, showing his ass, having a little guy half his size screaming,
my man, Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley, and I'm sure he's a great guy.
He's a great guy.
I saw him on Bourbon Street just take a picture with the fans. It was great.
His name drop. Mark, he took pictures with me.
Continue.
How's Carl doing?
He's doing great.
Oh my God.
He's so good.
Let's calm the shots down.
He's so good right now.
Anyway,
he's so good.
I think.
When's Nash's flight rolling to Pittsburgh tonight? Go ahead.
Anyways, I think that even though I think he's not bad in the ring, but his gimmick, he's so bland. He's blander than the space that's left on the bar's head. There's nothing there.
It's a second hair joke. Come on.
Well, he's got nothing there. That's all I got.
You need to like reload the chamber. You're running.
Well, apparently the show's over, so I don't need more material.
The show is over.
So you should be nice.
But anyway,
so you don't think Bobby Lashley is fixed?
He does.
I think that what is happening now is fixing. Whatever the comedy stuff that you just mentioned is whatever. Again, we mentioned it in the last one of the other segments. This is a lull in WWE. This is when literally from SummerSlam, I think, to a Royal Rumble, nothing really happens of significance. Once Rumble happens, things start going to WrestleMania. I like the change. I like that they added Lio Rush. He's a guy who's really annoying, who can get Lashley that heat that he's not going to get by himself because he's boring.
But it got to the point where it was, for the first 3 or 4 weeks, Leo was cool. Like, we were like, oh, this could actually work because his biggest failure is not being able to speak. When he talks, he doesn't sound intimidating. But now it's just like, okay, it's Bobby Lashley. Like, let me ask you this: if he doesn't need fixed, what's his ceiling in 2019?
I think, to be honest, I think the ceiling for him could be a mid-card title. But I think what happens,
and that's not good enough for a guy that looks like Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, well, that's great. But I think what is better for this whole character, what everybody's not looking at, is this is really just getting Lio Rush more of an on-screen time, and I think it's going to propel his character to heights we've never seen because he's so young. Rush he's the future. Bobby Lashley's not.
I don't disagree with adding Lio Rush as a mouthpiece because what was said, but I just think the content is just
No, I think it is. It is kind of drab. It is kind of low-hanging fruit.
Does Bobby Lashley win a world championship in WWE?
No. That's why I said mid-card at best title, like Intercontinental. But
Katie will be a world champion in WWE before Bobby Lashley is
world champion.
All
Interesting.
right, Katie.
World champion.
Fix it for me. Sasha Banks and Bayley.
Break them up.
Okay.
Break them up. We love, the reason that they're plateauing and they're going down is because their feud, their frenemy energy was so big that you literally ate it up. Everything that Sasha did, you actually thought, oh, maybe the hope Bayley has, like Sasha will finally be different. And it wasn't every time. And that still hooked people. Now they're friends and they're tagging and they don't know where to put them. They love the happy ending story. You know, they were best friends, the indies, they're finally here. Yeah. No, keep them apart. There's no reason for them to be together. And I think we need to see Bayley turn heel. I think it would be the biggest
that was my next question.
For 2019 is Bayley. That's something no one's going to expect. Sasha has continued and is going to continue if they move this in the correct direction. That Bayley's going to think we're friends. It's okay. Sasha backstabs. Sasha backstabs, and she does it while they're still friends. Yeah. For 2019. Bayley backstabs, and now Sasha doesn't know what Bayley's up to anymore.
What about the backstabbing of Bayley happens potentially at the first time we see a women's tag team championship? Maybe they're in that championship match and Bayley finally turns to the dark side. I was going to ask everybody, but you answered my question. Is it out of the realm of possibilities that Bayley's the one that turns? Because I think that's the freshest idea you can come up with.
I think it's the freshest idea, but unfortunately, I don't think Bayley. I think Bayley is too perfectly carbon copy as a ambassador for the kids and the young girls in the WWE universe, and I don't think her character is ever going to get that change. Yeah. She's like a John Cena or a Roman Reigns, where I don't think that's going to happen. So what I think,
she's like a Rey Mysterio. It's almost like
she is like a Rey
Mysterio. You just can't see the full trigger.
She's too perfect for that, and I have no problem with that, honestly. So that you got to look to the other side. I think what you got to do with Sasha, and I think what you got to do with a lot of guys and girls on Raw and SmackDown. I think you have to have NXT level up a little bit, make it almost, but not quite, equal to the other two brands so that people can jump and come back to elevate their character, make themselves better, change to a heel, try something out, and then come back. I think Sasha goes to NXT, kills it, maybe becomes a heel, grows some other talent there, comes back, and then really does some damage to Bayley when Bayley's not expecting it because she's such a happy-go-lucky girl.
We got plenty more content. You've seen a lot of faces. We got another face from the past going to join us in the next video here. I hope you're binge watching Chair Shot Reality on Wrestling Inc. one last time.
What are you talking about?
Juice, let it go.
It's not happening. I'll be here.
I'll
see you guys next week.
We've got more to come. Don't go anywhere.